Hello and welcome back to the series on dinner table economy. I am absolutely grateful for all the feedbacks that you've given me, and I'm glad that this videos are helping you build a new relationship with money. For all the people who are watching this video for the first time, please design a dedicated time slot and watch all the videos in this series because I'm in a journey to help everyone become more money aware and design a beautiful relationship with money. So let's start with today's discussion. And today we are going to discuss about chapter number 11, and the chapter title is The Stock Market is Gambling. Markets are gambling, and everyone here agrees. This is what is happening in Aroi's home. So let's see what's going on at her home. It's evening and she is sitting at sofa in front of television. The television set is on. Business news anchor are shouting at the top of their voice. Market betrayed people today. FIIs withdrew money and the market has gone down 500 points. Red arrows are everywhere. Breaking news banner across the screen and words like crash, bloodbath, panic selling, investor losing crores just coming on the screen. Father looks at screen and says, "See, this is why I say stock market is gambling." And that one statement, the case is closed. No discussion, no data, no distinction, nothing. One red screen and the whole family becomes financially certain that stock market is gambling. Now, let me know how many of you heard following statements while growing up. शेयर्स में पैसा मत लगाओ, डूब जाएगा. एक कजिन ने लगाया था, पूरा फैमिली को भुगतना पड़ा. ये अमीर लोगों के काम है, हमारे लिए नहीं है ये सब. मार्केट का क्या भरोसा, आज ऊपर कल नीचे. म्यूचुअल फंड में भी रिस्क है भाई, पेपर ही है वो. इंट्राडे ट्रेडिंग में कितने घर बर्बाद किए हैं. And usually all this statement has come because there was one exemplary example, a situation in the family. Each family had that one cautionary tale, one uncle, one cousin, one colleague, or one neighbor who bought shares, who lost money in shares, and family had to suffer. And then that story became a brand ambassador to say, market से दूर रहो. Stock market is gambling. And in Arohi's family, that person was Chintan uncle. In early 2000, he bought lot of technology stock and put his hard-earned retirement fund into technology stocks, purely based on depth. And all of us knew what happened to technology stock in 2020. And that one story became family philosophy. And from that day, everybody was extremely apprehensive when it came to investment in stock market or talking about investing in shares. Because the fear that Chintan uncle story gave, it got transmitted as factual truth. Nobody dared to ask question. Nobody dared to understand the deeper truth. It just one situation became a factual truth of the family. Now, what happens in such case? See here, nobody talks openly about it, but the belief, which is an inherited fear, you may not know what actually happened. You may not know why he bought so much. You may not know whether he diversified. You may not know whether he understood the company. You may not know whether he panicked and sold at wrong time, but you know one thing, market में पैसा डूबता है. And this is enough. This fear equally shapes your financial life. You avoid equity, you avoid mutual fund, you avoid long-term money by keeping it safe in fixed deposit. You think volatility is dangerous. You confuse price movement with permanent loss. You feel safer in low return product because at least it doesn't scare you every day. And this emotional cost is very huge. You may protect yourself from market noise, but you may also cut off from one of the most available long-term wealth generating engine for you. And when Arohi realizes this, something very important happens. The family is not actually afraid of stock market. The family is afraid of what happened to Chintan uncle. One painful story became a permanent truth. And that happens in many homes. One loss becomes evidence, one mistake becomes doctrine, one uncle's behavior becomes policy statement. This is not wisdom, this is wound pretending to be a financial advice. Now let's understand how this impacts us. See, one loss by Chintan uncle became three-generation warning sign. We inherited fear, we inherited caution, we did not inherit market knowledge. Psychologically, this is known as anchoring bias. One incident that happened to Chintan uncle became such a deep anchor in our that family that nobody dared to walk that path again. And mind somehow will give importance to that story because it will remember that story vividly in different form. In your family, you may remember one person losing money and it's scary. And you may not invest in market for another 20 years. Because parents don't want their children to go through same pain. They want safety and your security. The fact is, the stock market may not be gambling. It's your behavior and action with stock market that determines whether you make money or you lose money. Buying something that excites you without reading or studying about the company is gambling, but having a deep knowledge of business dynamics and what drives stock price is not gambling. It's a conscious financial decision. Next time you hear this statement, stock market is gambling, I want you to rewire that statement with speculation is gambling. Ownership is not. Do your own thorough research and make correct financial decision for yourself. If you are resonating with all the learnings that I'm bringing in here, if you are resonating with the statements that I bring and share with you, the childhood statement that we hear, the statements that have become our inner dialogue, then I invite you to join a weekly book discussion club where we take one belief, one chapter every week and deep dive into each aspect of that belief, the origin of belief, the conditioning around that belief, the emotional impact of that belief, the psychological concept that is keeping us trapped in that belief, and how can we rewire it. Do join me for book discussion club next week, and I'll be there.